Meh.
How would you like to experience the thrill of never being held accountable for your actions? Believe me, such a life is but one
What point is he trying to make?
My research to a god's laboratory is the perfect playground. But it needs the right occupant to explore its full potential. Mortals are found everywhere one looks. Not so with Descenders. I'd prefer my first...
So the condition for entering the new world is to take innocent lives. Could I really bring myself to kill others for my own benefit? Rerir did. And look where it got him.
Have you made up your mind?
I can't. Your playground is no place for me.
You've grown a lot since we last met. Why don't I lower my requirements?
I really doubt I could live.
Our last visit was so rough. Now to that question,
Heroes don't attack from behind. Guess I'm no hero.
This is most disappointing. Now then. A new face. Interesting.
You're still gonna call me Hat Guy after that, huh? I didn't see anyone else in there who needed saving. It's nothing. Why are you looking at me like that? I owed you a favor. Distracting Dotori was tough. He's not gonna fall for the same trick twice. Ugh. I never wanted to obliterate someone. More than Dotori doesn't recognize me. But his segments were originally made based on it, and I expect its own.
Avenged by Satan.
Why the long face? And I'm not complaining either. Everyone would be pretty stuck without you.
How are you holding up? Are you... Hat Guy said to put safety first, so we agreed to run as far away as we could after leaving the energy field, and only meet up
You don't look injured. It seems that Dotori didn't do anything to you.
All right. Rescue operation There's a lot more work to be done.
Understood.
I don't see what's so
I thought you might say that. How's your progress?
quite prompt in Jakob Ingold. Elungilton despised Renee's theories and methods, but he never managed to come up with better Understood? I don't see what's...
I thought you might say that.
Elungilton despised...
I thought Alan...
And? What would you say if Linny and his friends one day learned something useful from someone you utterly detested?
I would applaud them for it. That would mean that they have surpassed me.
For all we know, Elungilton might have thought the same. Once you die, it doesn't matter how great you were in life. Only the living get to decide what happens.
Hey, come on out. They're back.
Huh? You're back? And your head's still screwed on? And you still have a...
What does it look like?
Glad you're okay. Yes, it's a huge relief.
Worry?
We were worried sick.
Hey!
The Traveler and I were already friends. You are free to join this mission in whatever capacity you please. Much like your tea parties.
It's a laugh a minute with you guys.
I must say, I was quite surprised when Mr. Albedo told me he would need no additional aid.
We discussed this on our way back as well. I am rarely so unequivocal, but in this case, we had full confidence in Hat Guy.
He said he knew what he was doing. Albedo and I pretty much had to just wait outside on standby. Meanwhile...
Impressed. You are a force to be reckoned with, Hat Guy.
Is he back? Is he really back? Traveler! It's really you!
You can finally breathe.
It's great to have you back!
It's nothing. Same goes when you...
Vark...
Oh, yeah, good point.
What?
Everyone, I'm sorry for all the trouble I...
What? Ew, no! No, thank you. You're not my dad, okay? Knock it off!
While I was being held captive...
The three moon goddesses were even more powerful than we imagined.
Utter blasphemy.
While everyone was gone, Nefer and I made an interesting discovery, and I believe Miss Sandrone has something to share too. Ma'am, perhaps you could do the honors?
Called it. Getting rid of a pesky troublemaker like her is like trying to clean up after...
Our next step is...
A place where time...
It sounds like she's on... The question is...
We considered that question as well.
Indeed not. Every road has an end.
Nicole!
I do, in fact. It's something you wonder what lies at the end of her road, but where Miss Columbina will end up along this road, that depends on where this particular river of... What about the original moons? All things do, and thus were the moon goddesses born. They were shadows of the planet, born to wield Nibelung's authority and oversee the world on his behalf. They were extensions, but then one day, they disappeared just as suddenly as they had once been brought into being. Nobody knew where they had gone.
Like I thought. No more paths back to reality have emerged. But how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for. The further I travel, the less stable this space becomes. Is that the ray here of Solnari?
You are the moon goddess. But please, there's no need.
I find that a little difficult to believe.
Yeah. Honestly, so do I. The way you used my own power against me was... And then, in the devoured, I tore it, but to no avail. This is the second time I've entered this space. Though I have no memory of the first. I was torn to shreds but this time I survived. It must be partly because of this new body. And partly because of all the Kuvaki I absorbed in Nodcry.
Are you the source of the abyssal...
Not... And like a venomous snake baking in the merciless sun.
Try to.
Yes. Because after that, the world...
What do you mean?
The voices in my head. And then...
Her?
Thalindis.
Never mentioned that she saw a man.
She was just an ordinary Conrian. She couldn't have survived here for very long. Anyway... Why have you come here?
If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate... What?
Know how I know, wouldn't you?
Dottore?
Dottore. So that's what he's called. Is corroded by the abyss.
So that's why the Wild Hunt suddenly became so active in Nodcry. When I left the Fatui in my weakened state, Dottore must have felt that his time had come.
But this is the only thing.
What do you...
I'd like you to take a message.
So...
Yes. She's dead. I can sense that some part of her...
Why don't you go and speak to her?
I can't. I don't know. All I can see is a glimpse. I'll clear them for you. Yeah. I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person. I... think...
What do you...
All of it.
Is it okay if I get... Like the part where you relentless...
Love... We hid too much from each other. There.
Even though Mr. Dainsleif felt he had to fight you. He said that you betrayed him.
Why tell
Because...
that you're determined to get out of here?
He kept his word. The abyss is no longer obstructing my path. Is that Delindis? She wa- Hello, Miss Delindis.
Who are you?
You can call me Columbina.
Rerir? My Rerir? Is he well?
He's...
Better than he was. My opportunity to learn the...
I admire your courage. However, time is... Rerir had seeds of hatred in his heart. But in the end, beyond that... But I'm sure that you've always been on his mind.
I'm sorry, Miss Col...
It's all right. Well, that's everything.
Wait. What? Time flows back. Without the Three Moons' power, you won't make it far.
You could say...
I see. I often think to myself, if life is like a train ride, why haven't I reached the terminus? And it's not just me. I must seem so ridiculous. Thinking back, I was suddenly Rerir was one of the Finster King's retainers. I wanted to help him escape his lot. At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day that the Finster King first found the princess. I couldn't kill the Finster King himself, so I had to find another. But since coming here, I believe I can share what I've learned. I think you just might... Now, also, I've been the document, I have no way of verifying.
Understood.
Deductions be. Thanks to you, they have some meaning. About Rerir.
It wasn't your fault.
That's not true. Because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other. But enough about that. I wish you a safe journey, Miss Columbina. And may the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Rerir, you're there, aren't you? I cannot see you, because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in this prison of space-time for all eternity. But please, gaze upon the past, and then sit for a while. Let's...
How long have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end? Is there even an end to be... Everything's... getting blurry. Huh?
How exactly did the moons just disappear? Shouldn't it be a little harder to get rid of major creations like moons?
The world is a vast and ancient place. On a certain scale, all life lasts for but a fleeting moment.
Miss Nicole explained that the moon goddess saved for the frost moon, from which a new moon goddess was later born.
Am I missing something then? 'Cause the stories say that the moon goddesses were born on the moon, but doesn't Columbina say
Generations of moon goddesses.
Also, remember what Sandrone said? Her scans detected 4 moons. In other words, 4 moon marrows.
Technically, the result of the scan means that 4 moon marrows were detected and positively identified as moons in that moment. In other words, this piece of information alone isn't enough for us to know how Miss Columbina is doing right now.
Yep. We have no way of staying up to date on whether she's dead or alive. She's on her own for now.
But at least she's trying her best to get back to us.
Yeah. She's a tough cookie. As much as it pains me to say it, we've got no chance of beating Dottore in a straight-up fight. He's much too powerful. It wouldn't even be close. That maniac is going to devour everything in his path until he reaches us. We need to find someone or something that can stop him before he does anything worse. I'll be frank. Our only hope of defeating this false god is with a real moon goddess on our side. And I know that even she was no match for him when he attacked, but...
We're not giving up on saving her, whether she can defeat Dottore or not.
Right. Don't worry, Miss Sandrone.
No one's trying to...
So... I'd probably get there if I could continue my
Computing power?
No, the issue isn't energy, it's...
That's a tricky
Rene de Petrichor. However, that won't work for me. His methodology was vastly... Ugh, this is so annoying.
What do we do?
Hat guy? Is he hinting that we should talk outside?
Let's go somewhere. You know that Dory went back to Sumeru, right?
Yeah, she mentioned she was
Things aren't looking good for Notcry. She's gone to spread the word so that Sumeru has a chance to prepare for the worst. From what I know of Dottore, there are 2 possible reasons why he hasn't made a move yet. One is that he's still working through some kinks in his new powers. The other is, he wants to see he'll easily devour everything eventually. The first false god he made was me. Now it's his turn. Even though my records were erased from Irminsul, Dottore's ideas haven't changed one bit. He once told me that becoming a god was like turning yourself into a hungry wolf or giant serpent to devour. He's always wanted to get his greedy hands on divine authority one way or another. And in the end, in the desert of Sumeru, there is a chessboard built by King Deshret. But creating game, now he has the Trilunar Authority. Either way, Dory will inform Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she will contact. The 7 will have some recourse available. If nothing else, their protection should keep the rest of the world from descending into chaos. So on the bright side...
That's good to know.
There's a word for people who refuse...
Maybe it sounds battles are fleeting, but...
Why do you always feel... I mean, who's gonna criticize you?
Don't take this the wrong way, but...
Not necessarily.
You look kinda worried.
If you're arch-nemesis...
That's true.
Understood not only the point... And as much as I want my vengeance, I know I'm not... Too bad it never taught me it.
So...
I'll get to that.
Just like...
How much do you trust? This is a serious question.
Although she's with the Fatui, I see no reason...
If you say so. In that case, it can be solved.
How much? If I can afford it, I'll cover it.
Sometimes your heroism really backs me into a corner. Come on, let's go talk to her.
Thank you for... Add Ash...
Now it's your turn.
Observe.
Strike a pose!
Into the wind.
Close your eyes. Be silent. Do not fear the dark.
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud.
Close your eyes.
Into the wind.
Let my name echo in song!
Observe. Be silent. Close your eyes. Observe.
Show her new thing!
Be silent.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Strike a pose! Let the world come alive!
I got him cornered.